Its heart is molten rock. Its breath, jets of fire. Its craters are portals deep into the earth. It is the volcano Kilauea, and with its every eruption, Hawaii is born anew.
You've got red-hot molten lava shooting up in the air 1,000 feet.
Now the mountain of fire is reawakening with a fury.
These are some of the largest explosions people who have worked here for a long time have ever seen.
I've been waiting for 25 years for this to occur again.
Something has happened that hasn't happened in almost 100 years.
Kilauea is suddenly exploding with questions. How is it that life can cling to these perilous slopes?
There are at least 300 WAFs around us right now.
Deciphering the mysteries of one of the most destructive and creative forces in the world.
Helicopter 407 Whiskey Hotel.
The Earth formed 4.5 billion years ago. But ask Ben Brooks, and he'll tell you.
That is awesome.
It's being born right now.
We're lucky because the trade winds are blowing to the west, so we're not in the middle of it.
Ben is a volcanologist. The focus of his work, one of the most active volcanoes in the world, Kilauea.
I've seen ocean entries by walking to it, but not like this.
Volcanoes in other parts of the world form when plates along the Earth's crust collide or are wrenched apart. But Hawaii's rise from far deeper, straight out of hotspots, down in the planet's mantle. Perhaps 100,000 years ago, Kilauea broke the water's surface to help form the biggest island of the chain, Hawaii. One of its latest outbursts, a vent called Pu'uo'o.
So now we're coming up from the ocean up towards Pu'uo'o, and you can see that the whole edifice is filled with a bunch of volcanic fume.
Kilauea has generated enough lava to pave a 2-lane highway over 1 million miles long, churning it out of vents like Pu'uo'o.
Basically, in a short period of time, the lava lake, which was in the center of the crater, drained very rapidly. And this new vent formed here over on the east side. You can see the black, fresh lava.
Notorious as Pu'uo'o is, it only began in 1983. One witness was Park Ranger Greg Santos.
When Pu'uo'o would go off, we would literally get woken up in the middle of the night. The loud roar sounded like a fleet of 747s. even from 5 miles away. It would get so loud that we couldn't even talk to each other. And the noise is just deafening. Red hot molten lava shooting up in the air, 1,000 feet or more.
When Pu'u'o'o will blow again, it's hard to know. But that doesn't stop scientists from trying to predict.
Wind 070 at 3005.
What are the hydraulics of this molten system? How is pressure built and displaced? We might be able to find out if only we could peer into the volcano's depths.
The fume is composed primarily of water vapor and sulfur dioxide gas. It's hard to get through that.
Now, Ben's about to penetrate Pu'u'o'o's shroud.
Okay.
There's a revolutionary 3D imaging device called LiDAR.
I got it. That's about 60 pounds, heavy enough to not let us walk that fast. But if the plume changes, we'll walk a lot faster. So.
Mike Poland is with the U.S. Geological Survey's Hawaiian Volcano Observatory.
It's important to understand what's happening down there because we don't really know what's going to happen next without the view of the volcano. We don't really have a clue of whether or not more collapse might happen, and whether or not there's a lava lake that's starting to form, whether new vents are forming.
Pretty tight today.
Kilauea is a beautiful killer. A blast of the volcano's sulfur dioxide fumes can suffocate. A step in the wrong direction can end your day even quicker.
I don't like this area here because it's obviously overhung. I don't think it is here, but we should walk over here and take a look back.
That sounds good. So this all happened since when?
The last few months. This wasn't here the last time I was out here. You can see some quite large cracks in here that do attach to the edge of the crater, and they run through some really rubbly stuff. So this out here, we wouldn't want to get anywhere near that. That's pretty unstable.
So right about
Yeah, I think
here.
right in here is pretty good.
It's a 200-foot drop to the crater floor, a gap the team hopes to leap with LiDAR. The laser will bombard the targeted region with 2,500 pulses per second.
Okay, let's go. This is pretty cool.
Not many people have this job.
All right, it's done.
In roughly an hour, the first results are in.
That actually looks pretty good.
It doesn't look bad.
I think that looks pretty good.
Okay.
The key to this scan is how it compares to those past. A year ago, LiDAR provided this scan of the crater floor. Days later, the team took a second scan, shown in green. In it, the floor plummets more than 80 feet. Where did the missing magma go? On cue, new vents opened up a mile downslope from Pu'u'o'o. They released millions of gallons of lava in 1 week. Kilauea had shown once again the power it wields. The lava, unleashed, transforms the earth. Along its way, from cone to sea, it is a force of change, leaving in its wake a course of destruction, and creation. The volcano sculpts a surreal moonscape. Huge rocks, ferried on the backs of flows, tower over barren plains. It's windy. It's hot. The trees are long gone. But clues to a greener past linger. Trunks made of stone. The last remnants of a lush forest. A mold forms when lava engulfs a tree and cools before the tree ignites. An optimist rears its fragile head. These colonists are the offspring of survivors. A chance diversion in the lava's course can leave defiant oases amid the devastation. They're called kipukas. Often hundreds of years older than the surrounding wastelands, a kipuka is an ecological time capsule. Some species living here in isolation even become genetically distinct. Hawaiian honey creepers are seriously threatened, but at the kipukas, they find haven. The nene, the Hawaiian state bird, currently numbers just 500 plus in the wild. These enclaves are a respite. Though most kipukas succumb to the inevitable. Those kipukas that survive the hellfire are left to endure another plague. They've been plundering the biological treasure of the kipukas for 30 years. Yellow-jacket wasps were introduced to Hawaii accidentally, a human-made disaster only humans can stop.
You remember those extra wicks?
Yes, I got them in the pack.
The Eco SWAT team is here.
This has been one of the most active sites this year.
Biologists David Foote and Aaron Wilson are going to battle for these fragile habitats.
What we're really concerned about is the impact of the waltz on the local insect fauna.
Fiercely aggressive, highly cooperative. For their prey, yellow jackets are an overwhelming adversary. They tear the heads off their victims.